Hello, viewers. We are doing a part 2 of the U.S. state memes. We're going to be starting with Kansas because we left off at Oklahoma last time. Kansas memes. This is how we tornado watch in Kansas. That's funny. Summer in Kansas. We make the best of it. Kansas, when someone says Kentucky is the only K-state. Capybara. Things to do in Kansas. 1. Leave. Kansas, where tornadoes and rainbows fight to the death. When I say I live in Kansas, where the government thinks I live, where Hollywood thinks I live, where society thinks I live, where ESPN thinks I live, where I think I live, where I really live. Oh God, I just saw something inappropriate. Meh. I'm turning on orientation lock.
Hi, baby.
Hi. Sorry, viewers, that was my dad. Prepare yourself, my pretties. Tornado season is coming. Wow, that was a crappy imitation. Yeah. Welcome to Kansas, where Governor Brownback does what he wants and public schools don't matter. Just another day in Kansas. Meanwhile, a massive stovepipe is coming. Kansas City is always an hour away from Kansas City. AI. Bleh. Kansas. It's where you go when you're trying to get from Missouri to Colorado. Kansas. Arkansas. No, it isn't a tornado, just another day in Kansas. Also, I have a potential for severe thunderstorms tomorrow. Hopefully no derechos like nearly a year ago. If you remember the March 30th, 2025 derecho and tornado outbreak in mid southeast Michigan. Please pray. I'm not scared, I'm just uneasy. The great state of Kansas. Kansas, there is no place like home. Artists, please remember, you are not in Kansas. You are in Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas, no. Missouri, yes. We are a much more interesting shape. I don't agree with that. If you have a problem with me, Missouri people, go ahead and scream at the screen all you want. 'Cause I won't care. Oh, you're from Kansas? How big is your farm? Make a joke about trees. Acknowledging that Kansas has a unique beauty even though it is often overlooked. People visiting from Kansas out of state. The great state of Missouri. Crossed out. Kansas. You live in Kansas? Tell me about the oh so amazing scenery. Kansas. Enjoy our miles and miles of absolute nothingness. Except for the tornadoes. Tornadoes are cool. Just run if you're not a storm chaser and not in the Dominator 3. Or if you don't have an intercept vehicle. Next, we're gonna do Florida. And I'm actually remembering the memes part this time. Surface analysis. Big friggin' hurricane. Florida being scared. Floridians are like, hurricanes, let's party. Shark attacks, I'm still swimming. Bath salt zombies, mind your business. Cold weather, hell no. Living in Florida is survival. What people think Florida is like, Florida in reality, it's true. It's true. Florida, every other state. Northerners on their lawns, me trying that in Florida. You know Florida is the state of insanity. I heard it's going to snow in North Florida. But I'm in South Florida, so that's none of my business. Florida man is like when sea levels rise. No, not Florida man. We need Florida man stories. Save Florida man. You know it's fall in Florida when the license plate colors begin to change. Everyone else, Florida. Fun fact, the state of Florida is approximately 3 CBS receipts long. You don't want to mess with Florida cats. Yeah, don't mess with them. Because they'll eat your iguana or Beardy. Also, please ignore the crickets in the background. They're Lionheart's dinner. And breakfast. And lunch and pretty much every other meal. But people think Florida is like what Florida is actually like. Alright, time for... I'm thinking. I am very much thinking. Georgia! Alright, they're actually doing, right, they're also showing the actual country of Georgia, so I'm just gonna do Georgia, U.S. state, there we go. Americans, when they find out the country of Georgia, no, you can't just copy our name. Actually, we had the name first. The country of Georgia and Georgia in the state of Georgia. POV, you live in Georgia. Alright, I don't understand. Texas will be the first U.S. state to reopen next week. Hey, Patrick, what am I? Stupid? No, I'm Texas. What's the difference? $1956. Wanna see me put my shoe on the Confederate flag? 2003. Wanna see me do it again? Also, my SpongeBob imitation sucked. Waffle House locations by state. Georgia has the most. Welcome to Georgia. We're glad Georgia's on your mind. When someone talks about Georgia, but everyone's like, "What? Which one are you talking about? The state or the country?" Oh my God, that should be true. Well, it is kind of true. If people are stupid. But that's just how we live in this world, unfortunately. Run away with me to Atlanta, we can play real life Mario Kart. What should I do next? Which one? I'm thinking. Thinking. Well, that concludes this video. I can't think of any more. Thank you, viewers. Goodbye. Peace. Also, keep praying for me about the potentially severe storms coming on Monday and Tuesday. Thank you.